Hello everyone, today we're looking at one of these. This is a Nokia Cityman 100. This is in fact the very first of a range of Cityman phones that Nokia brought out back in the early 90s. As a matter of fact, this came out in 1990. Behind me I have some phones that came out just before then, just to give you an idea of size. We got the Alcatel there with the funky bendy antenna, and there's a few versions of these. There's a Pocky, there's a C-Tel, and they're all fundamentally the same phone. We got the Novatel there, we got a Nokia, we got a whole bunch of Nokias actually, and then we got obviously the Nokia P30, which is iconic, but there's three variants of that. There's the Radio Shack rebadge, and then there's a T1000 rebadge. We got a Benephone for the NMT 450, a Siemens phone, British Telecom, I think that's the Ivory, and an NEC as well, right at the far end. And these were all sort of out. Well, the Nokia's, the P30 was out, I think, 87. Some of these were out late 80s, but these were all predecessors to this sort of era. When this came out, it came out in 1990. So this one still fires up. I've got it plugged in to charge, but it ain't taking too much of a charge. The discoloration on here, it is slightly discolored, but in actual fact, the earpiece did come in grey. It's not because it's completely discolored. It was actually grey originally. So this one still obviously powers up, like I said. We can still punch in numbers and whatnot. And it's got a real nice dual line dot matrix LCD display. So quickly go through the menu on this. It's really basic. If you think of today's phones, they're a lot more advanced. So we'll quickly go through call info, restrict calls, clock info, recall last, show a number. Send DTMF, NAM select, system select, keypad tones, tone volume, lights on or off, user options, delayed redial, data mode, store number, lock phone, display high angle, low angle, and that's pretty much your lot. So if you wanted to go into the menu and change something or show your own number, you'd press the M or the OK, and that would display or do what you wanted to do. So if you had a phone number like that, and you own one of these, congratulations, your phone's famous on YouTube. So going back to the menu, just scrolling through, just trying to find the options, user options. Here we go. You could go in that, and it'd give you additional menu of things to change. Ringtone. It's always a good one. You got American or standard. You just got a choice of two, really. What else is there? Let's have a quick look. User options, ringing volume. You got tone on, tone off, and that's about it. Or rather, ringtone. So the annoying thing with this is every time you hit OK, you get put back to the original screen, so you exit the menu, which means you got to go back in. So lock code, error tones, ringing volume, you got ringtone on or off. We've just looked at that, haven't we? There ain't really much else to show you, actually. It is pretty basic, but this was state of the art at the time. Ringing volume, error tones, you got either on or off, and that's about it. That's all you got, really. Pretty neat phone, and I probably would get service on this if I could. Of course, these operate on TACS or what later became e-TACS, enhanced TACS. But pretty basic. You know, if you wanted to put a number in or a name, you could just type the letters, and then I haven't worked out how to store, but I think it's function and then store, store it in, say, location 8. And then what? Oh, it did store it by the looks of it. Recall 8? Nope. Okay, maybe not. Recall B. See what it does. I'm not sure how to recall that. Clear. Oh well. But you get the idea. It's fairly basic. I'll have to have a read of the manual. I got a manual for this, and actually the menu on this ain't too different to the Cityman 170 or the 190. Check out the other videos that I did on these. This is a 170, and this is from for the NMT 450 network, and this is a 190. Slightly different buttons on the two on my right. But the 100 was the first in the Cityman range, and the Cityman range goes right the way up to I think 3,000 or even a 5,000. So there's a few different variants of Cityman, and some Citymans are only available in certain parts of the world, and others obviously certain other parts of the world. So the 100 was available as far as I know in the UK. The 190 was also available in the UK. The 170 was only available for the NMT. Sorry, I got them wrong way around. Only available for the NMT system. So in countries where there was NMT service. And I got another one in a nice real leather case. This is a 190 as well. So it's got the red button on there. And I can fire all these up, and they still all take charge. Well, this one doesn't, but all the others do. It's the same generic charger for them all. It's just a clip-on like this. So pretty neat. And it even beeps when you fire it up. So that's all I have to say, unfortunately, about this. This is just a quick video to show you one of these. I don't think many people have seen one of these powered up. The display actually is real nice. You know, if you compare that to some of the later Nokias, actually, the display on this ain't too bad at all. You know, so but I mean, by comparison to a P30, for example, I mean, this has got a tiny display. And this, you know, this came out in '87, and this came out 3 years later. So they really refined things. If you look at that, that is, you know, that is pretty bulky, and it's a funny shape as well. This one's in not too good a condition, unfortunately, but I do have the charger for it. That's the main thing. And when I get some new cells, I will actually make a video with one charged up. The charger, the way it slots in is like that. And it's just a 12 volt or 13.7 volt in there. It even got a fuse as well. So, but when I get some cells to replace the actual battery on here, I'll try and I need to clean up the contacts. I'll try and do a video about this as well, because certainly this is iconic. I remember watching Gorbachev on TV making a car with one of these. And everybody wanted one of them. It was the best thing since sliced bread back in the day. So, but the Cityman's come a long way. But don't forget to check out some of the other videos that I have on here about a whole bunch of funky phones. And if you like this video, give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to share and subscribe. And thanks for watching.